Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm playing a game that I've been meaning to play for a while. It is called Just Push the Button. This is a game by the same people that made the video game Keep On Mining. It's a single guy called Simon. I don't remember where he's from exactly, but it's like a incremental button pusher that gets infinitely more complex as you play it. And as you can see, we get level ups, much like in Keep On Mining actually, that give us perks that we can choose and that augment the way that the game is played. More points every time you click the button has got to be like a banger. Auto click would be fantastic, but that being said though, we're using the spacebar to click here. So I'm like quite happy to do that. Another level up as well. A pistol shoots a bullet every 3 seconds. Every 3 button clicks in the aim direction. A broken Uzi. The Uzi shoots a bullet in a random direction every 5 button clicks. Assassin button start spawning. Assassins deal melee damage. Speedster button start spawning. Speedsters are fast and deal melee. We'll go to the pistol. Be aware the button can now die. You can choose a gun ability for the first time. This means the button gets a health bar and enemies start attacking. Points are rewarded for defeating enemies. The amount of points gained, enemy health, enemy damage output, and enemy spawn is based on how powerful the button becomes. In other words, every ability will increase the difficulty and the amount of points gained per enemy kill. Okay. I mean, that's fine, probably. Now we got like defense. Let's go for idle button clicks, actually, finally. Just continue to get our level ups here. You played Slasher's Keep. I feel like I've heard of it, but I've definitely never played it. Every 8 button clicks will spawn a knife that rotates around the button. The knife will be removed once it hits an enemy. Let's go for 2 random abilities. Luck and point more points for clicking the button, which is huge news. Even more points. So hold on, let's have a look at our skins here. Let's go for a button here. This is a simple concept, but it's an incremental game that I can already get behind. Oh wait, the thingy doesn't shoot unless I hit it more. Every new game is what if X were roguelike. That's true, I guess. Nothing wrong with that though. I do feel like, listen, I do feel like we may be entering into like I've played so many games recently that are fantastic. I feel like I don't know what's been going on. They're putting something in the waters with indie game devs, but they've been pulling out the bag a lot of good stuff recently. There's some like I think it kind of like didn't really get necessarily as much. What do you mean? What do you call it? Like press, I guess, as I thought it should have. But there's a Mortal Sin came out like it must have been a month or 2 ago. I did a video on the demo and then I did it on the main game, and it is like, I think it was the art style, because the art style can be like a little bit hard on the eyes, but like genuinely, it's I don't want to say like a masterpiece, but it's like it's like a phenomenal first person action roguelike that I just feel like it was like a little bit slept on, maybe. I feel like hold on, you know what? I'm gonna go check it on Steam. If there's any less than like 1,000 reviews on this game, I'm gonna be like insanely sad. Mortal Sin. 4,000 reviews, never mind, yes. Okay, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Thank God. I'm glad. I'm so happy. Because I honestly, it's such a unique looking game. And the combat feels great, like the weapons and stuff like feel great. All the different characters feel like great to play, and also it's like the entire game is just a Berserk reference. It's the closest thing we'll ever get to like a good Berserk game, I think, because you can play as the struggler, who may or may not be a reference to Guts from Berserk, or if you're from certain, I don't know, they call him Gatsu as well. I don't know, I guess I don't ever know. I'm gonna call him Guts, but like you could also be Gatsu. Creates an arena, all round bullets now bounce. Zoom in and out with the scroll wheel. Yeah, sure. Okay, the bullets don't last forever. I was hoping that we could get some kind of like infinite ricochet going, but it's fine. Shotgun. Shoot a shotgun blast in the aim direction. Sharpshooter button start spawning. They shoot bullets. I don't wanna spawn that. I don't want you guys to start spawning and dealing damage to me bullet wise. Love me some Iron Pineapple. Did Iron Pineapple do a video on Mortal Sin? Good, fantastic. If that's the case, that's probably like the best press you can get if you're making a game that I don't want to say like is Dark Souls-esque, but like it has skeletons and like enemies that you probably like wouldn't be opposed to seeing in Dark Souls. Therefore, it's a Souls like kinda, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just happy that the game did well. Cause like sometimes you see a game and maybe it doesn't like do that well and you get a little bit disheartened. I'm just glad to see that like at least sometimes the cream does rise to the top, you know what I mean? I don't think it would have been on any like best sellers list or anything like that, maybe like for a day or two when it just came out, but I don't know. I'm happy. You can now choose between 4 abilities. Go ahead and do that. More choice is always better. Oh yeah, you know what? I should just be. You know what? I'm only clicking to shoot. I forget the whole point of the game is to click the button so that we can get level ups. Let's go for improve the pistol. I kind of want to get it to a place in time that it one-shots the assassins. I don't know if that's like possible though. What if I go like super mode? I'm not gonna do that. A rocket will spawn on the button. Move the rocket around using A and D. Hold down left control to boost. Oh my god, I can move the button. I don't want to do that, man. I guess it'll be good, but I don't know. I'm scared to utilize it. I'm scared to use it. I'm gonna go for button upgrades here because I really want to get into like I can one shot. But I think because I'm leveling up, the HP on these is also scaling, so that does make it that I'm probably never really gonna get to that one shot position that I want to be in. But hey ho, what can you do? There's a new demo out for a game called Pluto, and it looks extremely swag money sauced up. Sell me on Pluto. Sell it with your chest. Sell it with your heart. I've seen some cool games. I see a lot of like, because I don't know, just because not that I interact with them, but because like whenever I'm on Twitter and I see a game dev video, I tend to be like, if it looks interesting, I kind of go, let me have a look at that real quick. There's been some cool games that I've kind of got my eyes on. You know what? I'm realizing I can move myself like down here a little bit. Because I'm cutting off a little bit now that there's 4. I'm cutting off a little bit of one of them. I can't even really describe it. It's like a PS1 low poly type deal, but kind of looks immersive simi as well. But like also this is like I'm using every buzzword under the sun. I need to go find it, to be honest with you, because I bookmarked it because I wanted to know more about its development. It's got a bit of a Dark Souls-y vibe to it. I don't know. It's just very like grim and dreary, kind of oppressive looking game that I think is pretty cool. Reroll will give you a new set of abilities. You also have a 5% chance to get. Okay, we'll take that, sure. More baton rolls. It's a roguelike deck builder where you use your wizened wizard fingers to cast spells. It looks like if Sol Sesto and Cruelty Squad had a baby. And by use fingers, I mean literally rip them off. What's that game called? Was it called like Bonesaw or that was like the gambling game where you had to like bet with your fingers? Do you know what? Like people hate it so much. When you say like it's like X meets Y, I don't know why people hate it though. Because I've done it. I've had it in League of Legends as well. Because like if people come in and they're like, or if you're just trying to super easily explain a character's mechanic, I've always felt like it's good to like give them a frame of reference. So like, trying to think of an example, being like, trying to think off the top of my head. Like a straight line skill shot. It's kind of like Jinx's zap. Like it's a straight line skill shot. It hits the first thing and then it slows it. It's like a long, like line or whatever, right? But like people were like, oh, this is like, it's so annoying when you say like it's like this and this had a. And it's the same with like when you're trying to describe like an indie game to somebody. But it is like so. I feel like it's such a good thing to do as well, though, because people just like immediately know exactly what you're talking about. And it can be super easy to like onboard somebody into the process. Like, especially on League of Legends, I can't, like, I don't know, just like looking at any character's ability, somebody goes like, what'd it do? And you're like, oh, like, okay, the Q is like Riven Q, like the W is like Jin W, the alt E is like Rammus E, like it's, it just works, man. Here's me in my head on this, I put myself on the spot, I've got nobody to blame but myself. Now trying to parse my brain to find any two character abilities that are like similar enough that like I have to like similar enough but like not like also like slightly different enough that I would even have the need to explain what the difference is. Area 15 button click spawns a hammer that damages and stuns enemies. I mean, sure. Oh, it's only like an AoE. It's like an AoE around me. For some reason I thought it would. I mean, see if anything comes into like the very small radius of influence that I have, man, they're in trouble for sure. They're in trouble. So that hand is stupid, by the way. I've seen. The funny thing is, I saw like people like complaining on Twitter about how broken the character is, and then but like in my head, because I don't know, I'd call me a free thinker. You're on the public beta environment. You're literally playtesting it so that Riot can adjust it. Like, what do you mean it's broken, dude? Like, yeah, like that's what you're there for. Like, I know that you think you're there just to like practice the character before it comes out. That's not it. That's not what you're there for, buddy. You're being farmed for data and all these statistics so that Riot can make changes to it, man. We're gonna go for more choice. I haven't touched League in like 2 years. That's good, man. I actually, like, I hadn't touched League in, like, a month. And I played it the other day. I played ARAM Mayhem. It was actually fantastic. I had a great time. I ended up playing probably, like, in the last 2 days, like, 3-4 hours of it, man. It's good. Let's upgrade 3 random things here. It'd be good if they kept it. Have you given Dogwitch a go? I've seen NL play it, and I also know that he's got, like a thing in the game. I don't know too much about it. The art style looks cool, and I believe it is a card game, which would definitely be appealing to me. But I don't even know how much it is. What are we seeing? Okay, that's an extra 100 per click. I have to go with that. It's just too much to give me. He's serving with that snatched waist, the new league champion. Don't really know if we need like to have the enemies spawn that far away. More idle clicks, more points. I mean, 75 extra points is pretty nice. I would like to go. Oh man, they got the AWP. Nah, for idle button clicks. They all will perish, man. I heard a really funny thing of what AWP stands for, and I was like, I need to commit this to memory just in case a game ever has an AWP in it. It finally happened. This happened like weeks ago, and it finally happened, and I can't even remember what the damn thing is, man. Hello, B. How are you? Hello. We're playing a game called Don't Push the Button. Believe it or not, the thing in the middle of my screen right now is a button. It is not a spiky ball. Well, it is a spiky ball. It's a spiky button. Gosh, do some trick shots, man. Let's go more points. You should get more weapons. If I get more weapons, it spawns more enemies. But you're right. You're probably right. I should play the game in the way it was meant to be played, I suppose. We'll go for some spikes in. Granted, that is a solitary AoE that does it in a circle around me again. The Arctic Warfare Police. I don't know. Enemies now drop points. Points are worth 200% of a button click. Do I have to run over them though? Or do I shoot them? Okay, that's awkward. Wait, hold on. I guess I can pick them up. You just have to give me a second. You just gotta give me a moment here. Okay. Don't worry, I'm sending it. It's so not worth it, man. All that effort to get over there is so silly. An MP4. I mean, that's kind of swag, though. We got a boss. Oh, my God. Oh, wait. We're going to be fighting the boss now permanently. Okay. I'm not getting the point drop thing. That was a bad idea, me going for something like that. You can move. Well, I got a rocket that lets me move my button. So there's a little button, there's a little rocket right here, and if I press control, it like moves my character around. And granted, I'm unsure if it's been of any tremendous amount of value to me just yet. I can pick up the points, but it's also like quite slow, and things still spawn at the outside skirts of the map here. So the cannon shoots a big bullet every 60 bullet clicks that pierce through enemies. Titan buttons start spawning. They're big and slow and deal melee damage. Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done this for? Oh dude, the bullet, the cannon's pierced though, man. What the? I gotta take care of that thing. Invincibility. You can now turn invincibility at every 135. Oh. Okay, that'll be good. Okay, the cannon bouncing is like very, very swag. I'm gonna go with cannon speed. The cannons shred through them as well, dude. That's incredible work. Weird egg. Choose one ability that you've acquired so far. This ability will be upgraded every single time you level up. Oh my god, this is impossible. Something that will be leveled up. I feel like it should be a weapon. Like it should be like either the cannon, so that it's bouncing around a lot, or the MP4 or the M4, but it could be something like points as well. It's gonna be. I think it has to be cannon, just because it's big and it bounces. And then, because like bullet speed goes up with it, so it might not increase the duration that it stays on the screen, but when it levels up, it will increase the. I know that it increases the projectile speed, which should mean we have a lot of bounce. Yeah, so bullet speed and then bullet damage as well are the two things that are upgrades. So if I do this, I should get like a double upgrade realistically on my cannon, which is pretty good. Very nice. It might not be a bad idea to go for like a slightly larger arena, just so that the Titans don't get in on me as easy. And then just like fire kind of everywhere. I think honestly like the Uzi might be kind of good, but it does spawn, it spawns speedsters actually, so that's not too bad. I think I don't want it to spawn snipers, because in doing that, we kind of open up the prospect of us getting hit a lot more. Whereas this, I'm comfortable with this, I think. I'm pretty comfortable with this. Okay, more points. I think more points is probably what we want. Okay, things are starting to spawn in like kind of quickly. Thankfully, like, the cannon is doing something. Even if we're not aiming at the Titan, it's still like making stuff happen. And then we can just spam spacebar. The arena upgrade looks like a scam. It's actually not. If we had Titans on the base arena, I think they'd be spawning almost on top of us. So actually, believe it or not, I think that the arena upgrades has like kind of done some numbers for us. Let's go with more points per click again. The cannon isn't going to be like going crazy. We may not ever notice it actually doing that much, but I do believe. What we damage at now? What's her damage at now? I wonder. You know what? Reroll me. You know what? Sure. Let's see what the speedsters do. The speedsters are just little tiny guys. It fires in random directions, but it also bounces, which I think could be like pretty valuable. Oh, that's true. We have the bouncy death trap that gets faster and faster. That is really, really true, actually. You make an unbelievable point. If I'd kept it on the lowest setting, but then the Titans would spawn, and the thing is, like, it's gonna get harder, so I'm just trying to give myself like a little bit of leeway, you know? Oh my god, there's enemies on me. I didn't realize. Every 50 button clicks will shoot a huge quantity of arrows around the button. Well, I think we can do that. Oh, okay. All right. I like it. Let's go. I'm gonna go for crit. Get the crit clicks going. The spawn us a little bit more. Even just having one cannon go through it is like quite a lot of damage. So I'm a big fan of that. And the speedsters aren't doing too much where I'm actually like kind of scared of them. Let's go. Yeah, let's go more points. Are you continuing Ball Pit on YouTube at some point? I think I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think people are still doing videos on it, but I don't know if I have anything else to add. Frankly, a big sword will spin around the button. I love that. It's a great game, no doubt about it. I guess like I could have made more effort to get the I can't remember what it is. It's like if you combine the incubus and stuff, and then you got like the nuclear bomb, and you got all these other things. I could have done those ones, but I don't know. I had a great time with the game. So, did Ross ever play RimWorld? Hold on, let me just double check something real quickly. Let's see, library. I don't think I have like a crazy amount of hours on RimWorld. I got 36 hours on RimWorld. I really like RimWorld. So yeah. I've obviously heard of RimWorld though. I like that I like making my character oh, proved a big heart. You know what, reroll me. We've got a lot of rerolls here. Okay. I honestly don't know how long our invincibility is, because it's like every 100 clicks we get 1 extra second, and I do wonder like how long that's added up to. I've never seen someone spend 36 hours on RimWorld. I know it's a shockingly low amount, isn't it? I know. I haven't. It's either I spent 0.3 hours on it and I didn't like it because I decided to start my run on Randy Random, and he like immediately dropped like a raid on me that killed my entire base, and I went, I don't even know what I'm doing, and then quit. Or I have like 3,000 hours on it, and I don't think there's any in between. Here's the thing about my relationship with RimWorld. Much like Project Zomboid, I love Project Zomboid. I think it might be like one of the best games ever made, along with RimWorld, in terms of just like how if I allowed myself to achieve a level of unemployment that I would aspire to do, I could probably play those games with all the mods and stuff that they have for them for the rest of my life. But I do much prefer watching videos on it from people that are actually good at it and like create like narratives and stuff like that, and they make like stories. For instance, like if I can't remember what his name is, he does like 100-player Civilization Zomboid videos. If he drops a video, I'm like, okay, I'm dropping everything I'm doing to watch this video because I love them. And I know that I'm saying that I love them despite the fact that I don't even remember the name of the person that made them, but you know the ones I'm talking about, man. They are, if you told me his name, I'd be like, yeah, that's it, I remember. But yeah. 100 people like on a ship. Stuff like that. 100 people in a shopping mall. And everybody's just like creating factions and stuff like that. It's good, man. Okay. It says that we have to make a choice at level 75. So I guess we'll see what our options are here. Ooh, another. That's a very good cannon upgrade, actually. But then, here's the thing. Nah, go for the cannon. Commit to the cannon. That being said, with games like RimWorld and Zomboid, now choose between one of the 4 endings or continue your current run. The option to attempt any of the 4 endings will then be inside the settings. You can attempt the ending at any time. If you beat the game or die, a new run begins. Let's have a look here. Melee abilities are useless. 3 waves of an enemy horde will spawn. No ranged enemies will spawn except for raging gunners. Fight 3 angry champions. Stabs the button, shoots arrows, stands still, firing saw blades at random. Dodge the danger button. An enemy button appears, bouncing around the arena. The button gradually gets harder to dodge, increasing its size. Increases its size, speed, and fires projectiles. Let's go for a big old boss. Would you like the Talaria instead for this ending? Sure. What does that do? Sorry, I'm late. Dick Cotton ceiling fan. It's no problem, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh! Dude, I actually don't do any damage, man. I'm realizing I'm a noob. 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 There's absolutely 0% chance I was ever gonna be able to do this. By the way, with the rocket, man. I'm just gonna say that right now. Like that's like abundantly obvious, but I think it goes without saying. It's worth saying at the very least. Feels okay. You know what it is. You know what? I gotta change it up here. Settings. Mouse click. I can't like WASD and also click at the same time. Like on like spacebar. I gotta do this. I do not feel like it is likely I survive this, if I can be honest with you, but oh my God. That being said, it's worth a try. Like the cannon seems to be kind of firing in random directions. It's kind of letting me down a little bit in this regard. There's HP there, I'm dead! Send me on a new run. That is quite the difficulty spike. It's definitely not built for a guy like me who enjoys just a little bit of chilling and clicking a button. Let's go for some idle clicks, man. More idle clicks, man. Yeah. Wonder if you can how far you can go with like being a complete pacifist. Nah, you can't trick me into. Oh my God, is this a roguelike? I guess it kind of is, but I think you can also like ignore it and be like, I just want to get stronger, you know? An actual honest to God roguelike with no meta progression to speak of. Yeah, like listen, I know. Do you know what? That's like the argument, right? You know what? Go crit chance. The thing is, like, when it comes to games like this, oh, dude, it makes I roll my eyes a little bit every single time. You go on YouTube for like a trailer for like a new roguelike game or whatever, and then like the top like multiple comments like, this isn't even a roguelike, this is a roguelite. This is nothing like the game Rogue. And I just listen. It makes me want to scream, but not because like they're wrong, because they are technically correct, but it's just because it's like, motherfucker, welcome to the English language, man. We evolving in this bitch, man. We like law is in the dictionary now, man. Grow up, okay? Upgrade 2 random abilities. I am the comments. You make me sick. I'm sorry to say. I get it, man. I get it. But also, I think it comes from like a deep-seated psychological need to be right, and I think that's that's the kind of thing that makes people, you know, not invite you to parties sometimes. I don't get invited to parties either, but that's for completely other different reasons, you know. It was Harvest, yeah. Harvest is the name of the Zomboid guy, yeah, who makes fantastic videos. What was the game where you had to solve the puzzle, straighten the items, arrange things on a pegboard? I want to play it. It's called A Little to the Left. It's the game that you're referring to, I believe. Rogue was an ASCII. Yeah, it was an ASCII game. Yeah. Yeah, I know what the difference between a roguelike and a roguelite is, but I'm just saying that like if somebody like refers to a game as a roguelike and it's like technically a roguelite, it's like, yeah, but like people know what a roguelike is infinitely more than a roguelite, and they will probably never be able to differentiate it. So you're kind of like, you're doing it because it's marketable, and it's more marketable, and it's like a lot more easy to figure out than what a roguelite is. Because if somebody's like, what's a roguelite, and you have to explain the difference, it's like, oh, okay. You get to play more of the Well Wizard game? You like the Well Wizard game? That's cool. I don't know, because I mean, I kind of like seen it all for the demo at the very least, you know? Oh, you know what? We got a cool new skin. Let me have a look at this. Let's see here. Having 6 clicks per second. Ooh. Disco, disco, disco. Getting a lot of the multiple upgrade ones. I'm quite happy to have that. Have you heard about the game Voin? I have not. Yeah, more clicks. You sound like the people saying third-person shooter and first-person shooter the same thing. No, I don't. You're baiting me right now. You're 100% baiting me. That is complete bait, and I'm not falling for it. But I will still respond to it. That is not the same, man. At all. I can't think of an analogy off the top of my head. But rest assured, I will come up with one. It's more like, it's closer in analogy to like Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, and it's like, well, they're like the differences are like so infinitesimally small in comparison to the grand scheme of the whole project that like it doesn't make any sense to like even bring it up. You know in your heart I'm right. I know in my heart that you're wrong, and I know in my heart that we need to fight over this. But also, you've stunlocked me because I'm trying to think of an example to rebuke your claims. But my brain's in a tizzy and I can't think of one, man. Like metal and death metal. Brother, you're baiting me. I'm not falling for it. I can't fall for it. I'm gonna fall for it. One of those is a subgenre, and one of them is a genre. Okay, you're not like wrong in that metal and death metal are the same thing. Well, one is one and one can be the other. But like, no, man. Stop it. You're giving me anxiety. I hope next time someone gets in the car with you and asks you if you feel like listening to some metal, they put on Bring Me the Horizon. Like, what album? Because like they are, first of all, they are a metal band sometimes. I like, for second of all, Bring Me the Horizon I don't have any concerns with Bring Me the Horizon. Third of all, if we're listening to like Suicide Season or something like that, then yeah, it's metal music. Or if they put on like Diamonds Aren't Forever or Vegas or whatever, that's like more deathcore, which is a subgenre of hardcore, which is like I guess like a kind of almost amalgamation of somewhere between metal and punk. So it's a subgenre within a subgenre within two different genres, you know? So anyway, I can rebuke that one. Like if they put on Mother Tongue by Bring Me the Horizon, which is like a kind of not a metal song and not heavy in any regard, then like you could be forgiven for not realizing that they like were a metal band. But like, yeah, that they, to be fair, Bring Me the Horizon have like changed their genre like every album since like they started to exist, man. People hated Suicide Season when it came out, but now people like What's it called? It ends in me or ends in you? Start it up with a one night stand. Linger till a fling. It. Oh no, what's it called? Bite your hand, all you want. You hide your fangs, all you want. You still need the blood. I can't even go on Spotify, man, because I cancelled my subscription. They're like, you're not allowed on this website anymore. What was it called, man? It's gonna piss me off. I'm gonna look up. It's gonna severely annoy me. No wait, Suicide Season is a different album. Sorry, I'm thinking like the Come Down and stuff like that. What was the next album after Suicide Season? Come Down's a good song though. I like the Come Down. Ever since you watched The Mummy, you can't walk in the sand anymore. You're scared that Imhotep's gonna grab your willy from a big hole, and then he's gonna do that mouth thing. His bat chest, his best bat chest. It's crazy that like Dwayne The Rock Johnson got a spin-off movie off of The Mummy, isn't it? Do you not think? Off The Mummy Returns, he played a CG version of the Scorpion King for like, I'd see like a minute and a half, and then they were like, "Yeah, let's fucking do this." That's crazy to me, man. Our clicks, our like idle clicks per second are pretty good. Man, look at our XP going up, man. We don't even have to. I mean, we can press up to like level up really quickly, but scarabs in my skin, the mouth thing, I wouldn't mind. Scarabs in my skin, new thought, comma, the mouth thing, I wouldn't mind. Okay, I had to reread that so I could like get it properly. He was the Pebble before that film launched him at stardom. What do you mean? He was already a star, man. He was Dwayne The Rock Johnson. What are you talking about? When was the Mummy? When was the Mummy Returns? Was what, 2003? The Mummy Returns, 2001. Like, he was already like a superstar in the WWE. I mean, I don't even know, like, was it not still the WWF at that point? I don't even know. He was still a big guy. Like, I know they were making a joke that he's the Pebble, you know, but not he's not, before he wasn't The Rock yet. Wasn't that his big Hollywood debut? Maybe it could be. Hold on, I gotta look up Dwayne The Rock Johnson filmography. Let's have a look. Upgrade me that. It's so fucking annoying that, like, technically WWE SummerSlam was a movie. It's in the 2000s. Came out before, I don't know. Yeah, his first like actual film was The Mummy Returns. Then he got the Scorpion King the next year. Do you know what is crazy? Like how quickly they were able to make movies. Is that not fucking insane? Like The Mummy Returns comes out, it's a blockbuster like success. It's a you know, what did it? It had a budget of 98 million and it made $500 million at the box office almost. That's crazy. But then also within a year of it being, they saw the reception of the movie. They're like, we gotta make a new one, unless they were already planning it. But I don't know. But they still made movies way faster by then, I guess. And then, yeah, man, they just were like, let's go, let's make it happen. I never watched Walking Tall, but I remember seeing it, I think, in like blockbusters and stuff as well. Doom as well was another one that he was in. I don't think it was like critically, I think it was critically panned, but nevertheless, I think it did not, it was a flop actually. It's crazy that like, even in his early career, he was in some flops, but he still managed to keep going. He was in the movie Get Smart. I remember watching Game Plan. I've seen the Game Plan. That was like a Disney movie. Let's go CPS. Oh yeah, the Doom movie. I think it was like near the climax, right? They had what do you call it? An FPS section. See, the thing is, like, my brother was really into the WWF, which then became the WWE when I was like quite very young. So, you know, I had like a lot of, I guess, like exposure to The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Booker T, Goldberg. I think he was on WCW actually. Goldberg. Mankind was another one, like, you know, all Big Show, Kane, The Undertaker, all that kind of stuff. So like I liked The Rock, and then he came out and he was doing movies, and I was like, oh cool. And then he kept doing movies, and he kept doing movies, and he kept doing movies. And by the time that like Red Notice came out, which was like in like the late, like early, like in 2021, 2020, I don't know, sometime during the pandemic. And that's like a Ryan Reynolds movie. I was already just so unbelievably sick of him as an actor and just as a person, I think, because like at this point he's like, yeah, okay, he gave us, it's about drive, it's about power, we stay hungry, we devour, like, good for you, okay, but like just like his whole how, like, I think it just made me ill a little bit that he was like literally just a walking commercial for any product that he happened to be selling at that moment in time, you know. It just made me ill. I was just like, fuck man, you suck, dude. Like, you genuinely suck. Like, you literally will not do anything, say anything, talk, like everything you say just feels like it's a PR filtered response. Like, you gotta grow up, man. Even the bad movies that Nick Cage does is good because Nick Cage is in them. And I'll die on that hill. I watched the movie Arcadia, with a horror movie with Nick Cage in it recently. It's pretty good. The Surfer, I also watched with B a little bit, vaguely recently. And it is it's a bit experimental. I don't know, it's okay. It's definitely not a movie for everybody. There's not a lot that happens. It's kind of slow, and it kind of like, you know, what happened to the level 75 ending. You don't have to fight a boss if you don't want to. You can just keep going, which I have chosen to do. Although I am noticing that like I've kind of hit like a breaking point here with some stuff. I can't get any more idle button clicks, which is a shame. I think I'm gonna like try and get the max out of like every other stat, and then I'll start buying guns. He was court ordained to accept every single contract. There's some really funny stuff, man. Like he was obviously, he played Ghost Rider, and like there was just like a thing where like he suggested, and it ended up being in the movie, that instead of like drinking a martini on his tour bus, he would like eat from a martini glass of jelly beans and like drink the jelly beans. And I'm just like, why? Why would you like think of that particular thing? It's just so strange, man. But the thing is, as well, he's a cool guy because his son is in a metal band, and Nick Cage goes to his son's shows and stuff like that. So I'm like, he's chill, man. I'd love to see him in the pit, frankly. That'd be sick. Do you know what's crazy? I only like recently realized that they call it Dropout TV. Oh my god, another weird egg. They call it Dropout TV, the like streaming service, because they stopped doing College Humor. So they dropped out of College Humor. This song looks like Marilyn Manson. Yeah, because his son's in a metal band, a death metal band. So yeah, obviously it looks like Marilyn Manson. That's just part. That just comes with the territory of being in a black metal band or wherever his son's. It's either death metal or black metal. I can't remember which one. And I'm honestly, even though I used to be in the metal scene, doing shows. I care not for the difference. I was in a metalcore band though, so everybody hated us, so it's not a big deal. Level 19, level 90. Wait, so anyone could have sent one? Some film student could have sent a contract? Well, probably not. If he was ordained to accept all the contracts that came his way, I'm assuming that like there's got to be like a breaking point where they're like, okay, this college student has sent you a script, Nick. They're offering you $368, which is all they have in their checking account to be in their student film. Like obviously that's not going to pay off the debt fast, so it's probably like whoever's offering the most amount. It's like it'll be like a bidding system probably, right? Okay, the next 3 months of like Nick's year are gonna go to like the highest bidder, and then he just takes that role, you know. And that's just how his like I would presume that would be how it works. Like his agent is just fielding stuff. Maybe he's like trying to get in better deals. Like, all right, well this studio offered like 4 million for this deal. Can you beat that? No. Okay, well sorry, but we gotta go with what we got here. The only core music I listen to is breakcore. You listen to one breakcore song, you've listened to every breakcore song, man. So really, what happened to the game ending at level 75? The game doesn't say it ends at 75. It says you have to make a choice at level 75. And that choice is fight one of 4 scenarios or continue the game. And as you can see, I've chosen to continue the game. Also because I didn't have a gun, so it didn't let me take one. But I'm biding my time. I'll be taking a gun soon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, child. For instance, if I get a cannon, I'll be taking the cannon immediately. But I'm holding off until we get that option, because we're on this small arena. If I get the cannon, imagine the craziness, right? Actually, because we don't have the bounce yet. Never mind. But we can still get the cannon. Every single button click acts as 2 clicks. Ooh. I don't think you can get the cannon first. What do you have to do to get the cannon first? Well, what do you have to do to get the cannon? Because you can't aim it and it spawns titans. Yeah, you're probably right, yeah. Undoubtedly, then. Have you seen that guy begging for money on stream, claiming his mum was sick, only for her to walk in completely fine? I haven't seen that. That sounds horrible, though. I named my son after a League of Legends champion. What's your kid called again? Urgot? I named my kid Aatrox. My child's name is Cho'Gath. Nah, we can do better than that. I was gonna send you a Discord message, by the way, Tom, yesterday. I forgot. So please forgive me. It was purely to congratulate you on your job acquisition. So I hope you can accept it now. But I said to B, because she was like, "What's new?" And I was like, "Oh," she was asking me like what was new on stream, and like one of the only things I could remember from that stream was like, "Oh yeah, Tom got a job," and then she was like, "Oh, that's good," and I was like, "Yeah, I might send him a message." I was on the couch though, and I was like, "I might send him a message and like congratulate him on it and stuff." You guys are diabolical. What do you mean? What's the problem? What's your problem? You know what? Send it then. This is firing in random directions though. This is bad. I'm in trouble. It's firing in random directions, but it's not firing in the literal directions I wanted to fire in. I need to get a gun that aims. That'll do. Oh my god, it's so weak. Oh my god, I totally get why you're supposed to like get guns early on now. I get it. I get it now. Just keep going. We gotta up the damage. Why did I go with the Uzi of all things? Am I alright? Okay, we're kind of fighting for our lives now. I take a long ass break every 4 to 6 months. Only way to survive the kitchen. That is what they say about the heat. You know? If you don't like the heat, take a long break for a bit, then come back to the kitchen. The Scots vote for leaders, or are they still doing the Braveheart thing? I don't know what you could possibly mean by that. What do you mean, like... I'm done. Like, it wasn't, like, Highlander, how we chose our leaders, man. And also, like, I don't know, man. I just... Yeah, we have, like, Holyrood, which is, like, our parliament. And we elect, like, members of parliament and stuff. I'm gonna need to get those hearts, man. Oh, the boxing glove's incredible, man. It just keeps knocking stuff away. Scottish leadership is decided by who can piss longest on Thatcher's grave. Unfortunately, I think there's been like a little bit of a rise in conservative voting in Scotland. For the most part, like, at least for as long as I can remember, it's been like SNP. We voted in Labour. Oh god, like last year, or the year before, I think maybe. And yeah, I don't know. But we're quite like we're not like a wealthy country, so I don't know. You know what, man? My finger's getting sore. Give me some clicks here. Does Scotland have oil? We do have oil, yeah. Time will stop every 160 button clicks for 3.5 seconds. You can still fire your gun and regen. Okay, that's fine. What we're gonna do... Sure. I should have picked health, actually. That would have been better. We have oil off, like, the north-ish coast of Scotland. Like, the northeast coast. I think it's already been claimed. It's already been claimed, though. Sorry, you guys are a bit slow. You won't be liberating my country now, America. Don't get too excited about it now. Installing democracy via drones. I can't tell if it's like a good thing or a horrible dystopian terrible thing that like we're already beginning to fight proxy wars with drones. Because the thing is, like, I'm like, oh, that means less people die, but it's actually more like somebody is like hiding out in a foxhole and then looks overhead to see like a repurposed Amazon delivery drone with like a pipe bomb duct taped to the bottom of it, just like slowly descending upon them, which is, I think, is a lot worse actually. It's like, oh shit, this is actually hell. Never mind. The drone that was sold off of the set of the War of the Worlds movies featuring Ice Cube is now being used to kill injured soldiers in their foxholes, man. Maybe we can only get certain guns when we zoom out at a certain level, I wonder. Just thinking about it for a second. Ben Kingsley with the charge. I got like no idea who that is. Turns out involving drones leads to more people dying. I think it's probably like less people dying. I think, but like overall, but still like it's more people dying that maybe actually like cowering for their lives, who kind of don't really, they never really wanted to be there to begin with, kind of thing. Put more arrow count up. Love another mystic egg. Boop, 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 boop. Doo, doo, doo. Let me see here. Arrow Storm Plus. More arrows being shot. Booster. Booster button will move around the button. Hold down. Oh wait. Hold down. Left. Okay. Release to hold the button. Okay. I don't want to move. I don't want to have to move. We'll make it slightly bigger. Japan hated guns until they got their own guns. I remember watching like a Total War video from a joke YouTuber who made very funny videos. He was called Fitz Thistlewitz, but he's also like called like Mecha Gamezilla. And yeah, he makes a, there is a funny joke in one of his videos about like one of the Total War games about how like the Japanese are like insistent on using like their pointy sticks when they're getting mowed down with like machine gun fire. Oh man. They're pointy bits of metal against the might of a Gatling gun. Raging Gunners. See, when they say gunners, I assume they use guns, but I don't think they do. Ba-da-ba-ba. Acquire all uncommon abilities. Yatta! Harrison Ford might be the most based actor out there. He simply doesn't care. I've seen the interviews with him, yeah. He doesn't give like a rat's ass about like anything. He doesn't care about Star Wars. He doesn't care about Indiana Jones. He's like, why did you take these roles? Like all this kind of stuff. He's like, I did it for the money so that I can like live in a nice house with my wife. I can't tell, like, I would imagine that's probably I don't know what it is, and this is probably like, I don't mean any disrespect by it, but I definitely feel like the hardcore Star Wars fans would probably have their hearts broken at someone saying something like that. Because I think, like, Star Wars is, like, a really big part of people's lives, so for somebody who's, like, a big part of the you know, not the last three, like, you know, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. That would probably be, like, that would be pretty brutal, I'd say. Unfortunately. Well, I imagine, like, as well, people that love Harry Potter and, like, how I think Emma Stone's kind of, like, distance herself very heavily from it, or trying to, because of she doesn't agree with what JK, Big Joanne's saying about it all. The triple eagle. It targets the closest enemy, huh? I'll put me back on spacebar. Hello, Crash. How you doing, mate? Harrison Ford would call people a nerd. It's really diabolical because he's in like, I wouldn't exactly like call it like a franchise, but like Blade Runner as well. Like he's in like a lot of movies that like are like a cultural touchstone for a lot of people, which must fuck them up something rotten when he's like, I don't care at all. Oh yeah, Emma Watson. Sorry, not Emma Stone. Sorry, that's the one that's in like lots of movies, presumably. But Zombieland is the only one I can think of right now. Sure, cannon upgrade. What are you thinking here? Just upgrade me, like... I did mean Emma Watson, sorry. My apologies. Please forgive me. I haven't even watched the Harry Potter movies, although B is like, you need to, and you're gonna watch them with me. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. That'll do. I'm fine with that. I'll watch them. I don't exactly think that I'm gonna be like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, identifying with the kids in any regard, you know? But like, I'll give them the best shot, man. Doing it for the money only is pretty cyberpunk dystopian of them, to be fair. I don't think that's true, man. Like, it's really interesting to watch like a 1 hour 40-minute long podcast with like Cole Sprouse when he talks about like how he just loves the arts and stuff like that, and how he does it for the artistry of the thing. And it's like, brother, you were like the kid in Big Daddy. You were the kid in, well, you were one half of the kid in Big Daddy. You were Ben from Friends, and then you were like on the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and then like however long later you did Riverdale. I was like, you're not really like, I like Riverdale, I like Friends, I like Big Daddy, but like we're not pumping out Kino here, man. Like, let's fucking let's grow up here, shall we? The button will consume the skull of every enemy defeated. A really small upgrade to a random ability. Okay. I've never read or watched Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, never will. To me, they're myths. That's fair. I'm just saying, like, because like obviously like these movies that he's like Harrison Ford is in, for the most part, are not like smart movies, right? Like they're like action blockbusters that are like fun to watch, you know? You're not there to like learn something. You're there to like enjoy a good movie, like just a fun time. But even more so when it's like a Disney child that's like talking about their love of the arts, but also simultaneously being like, I was acting from the age of 8 months old, and you know, all this kind of stuff. It's like, all right, buddy, you're gonna tell me that you were like 8 months old being like, I think we should do another take. No, your ass was saying goo goo gaga, okay? You may have just said your first words or something not long, but you didn't have no idea what was going on, Chief. What do we want to get? Bomb. Skill harvest upgrade. Javier Bardem. I got no idea who that is. Let me Google him. Javier Bardem. Is that the guy who plays like the killer in the hitman in No Country for Old Men? I'm trying to look at him like as now and put his face on. Yeah, he is. Okay. Call it. Call it. I'm convinced people only perceive Harry Potter as good because they agree. I'm honest, no disrespect to people that love Harry Potter. I agree with you entirely, which is why I missed the boat on it, and then I feel like there's no point in me watching it as an adult because, can you hide the phone numbers? can. The developer thought of everything. This is why I feel like I can't watch it. Because I am not a 10-year-old. So like I feel like when it came out, I was on a humongous hit with the kids. And they've stuck with it for life because like when they were a child, they were like, I want to be a fucking wizard, man. And this is incredible. Like they're the same age as me and they get to do all this cool amazing stuff on the movies and stuff like that. But now I'm like 32 and I'm like, I don't really feel like the problems of a 10-year-old are gonna like even remotely parse my brain as being something worth caring about. Granted, yeah, troll in the dungeon, etc, etc. I'd be like, fuck, we need to like get the SWAT team in here. Like fuck the spells. We need like men with M4A1Ss. So we need the Marines in. Because like yeah, you guys can cast Stupendo or Expelliarmus and all this kind of shit. But you know what would also work? Like a claymore, probably baiting it into a jigsaw trap kill box of nothing but claymores and landmines and all this stuff. We don't need to be a wizard to fix this problem, okay? Sure. Reminds me a bit of the comedy show. Reminds me of the comedy show built on Game Changers, wherever it was, where someone claimed to be an actor because they made the baby noise for Jack Jack from The Incredibles to the baby. I mean, the thing is, very technically they are correct, once again, but still. I have seen one of the Harry Potters in cinema, but it was like part 2, I think, of, I want to say like the Half-Blood Prince or something like that. Can I see stats, by the way, real quick? It's given us some upgrades on a lot of things here. Yeah, it was like part 2 of like the Half-Blood Prince, and I went because like a girl wanted to go see it, and I was like, I would like to kiss this girl and maybe touch her boob. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Jumped the fuck in, no idea what's going on, no idea what they're talking about, man, no idea. Like, I'm just like, And then we get out of the movie, and she's like, what did you think? And I was like, yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah. Somebody shows up on the screen, and I think the reveal means that it's a character that was in one of the other movies, and he's making a dramatic entrance, and maybe you're supposed to have thought he was dead in the first part, and I'm like, you really watched the last movie in the entire series as your only movie? I've skimmed through, and it's been on in the background, the Philosopher's Stone. But like, also, I was like, I must have been like 15 or 14 or something. I don't know how old I was exactly, but old enough. Well, I don't know. Like you underestimate the sway of touching boob when you're that age, I think. And I never did. If you're wondering like what happened at the end, did you touch boob? Did you kiss a girl? Nope, not that time. So I went and saw a Harry Potter movie for nothing. Fuck! Anyway. Yeah, it was fine. Can't even remember, like, who it was that I was with. Do you know what? Dude, I actually think I might remember. I think it was a girl called Lauren when I was a kid. And, we went to the cinema a couple times. All that kind of stuff. We used to talk on MSN Messenger. And then, I was, like, pretty sure she had a crush on me and I had a crush on her. And then like I walked her like all the way home from the train station, which was like a 35-minute walk. I got to like outside of her house and she was like, this is me. And then she stood just like staring at me. And I was in my head like, this is the moment where you are supposed to like kiss the girl and be like, wanna be my girlfriend? And I was like, just do it, man. Cause it was like an alley. It was an easy one, right? Everything was preordained. And I just stood staring at her, and then I was just like, all right, see you later. And then like wandered off. And then the entire walk home, I'm going, stupid, you idiot. And then we never spoke again. We never ever spoke after that at all. Like not once. That must have been like unbelievably crushing for her as well. But not that I'm any big shot, but like I you know, I did. I wish her the best though. I sincerely pray and hope that she does not remember that though. If I can be honest, if we ever cross each other's paths somehow in the street, and we don't even, not even that we like say, hey, how you doing? Because we won't, you know, we'll be like, it'll be one of those moments where you're like, do I know you? I sincerely hope that that memory does not flash through her brain. She does remember. I really hope she doesn't. But the thing is as well, I think even worse than that is the idea that she could be telling that as like a funny story to other people. And I guess I'm telling it as like a funny story to other people as well. But like, it's, listen, man, it's my story to tell, okay? It was a negative aura moment for sure. Hello, Emo, how you doing? Huge. I just don't think there's any reason to go for anything other than the thing that gives you like upgrades to, with skulls. It just seems so unbelievably amazing, so unbelievably good. We'll get the AVP. She tells the story of when a guy had 0 res. Yeah, oh my god, I got 52 seconds of vulnerability. I was wondering how many had stacked up, but I found out now. Yeah, pretty embarrassing, but I'm existing. That doesn't sound what you want to hear. Like, what you want to hear? Oh, I don't know, Spike. I love this story as well. I guess I technically had a girlfriend called Rachel for a little bit as well. We maybe dated for like 2 weeks. We never kissed or anything like that, like at all. But I do remember like I asked her to come round if she wanted to come over to my house because my mum and my brother weren't in, and she was like, yeah, sure. But I also said like, do you want to come over and like we can watch like a Lee Evans comedy stand-up DVD, and she did. And then she came over to my house, like I got her on the couch, and then we watched the Lee Evans comedy stand-up DVD special. And then she went home. And she was coming from like, it probably took her like an hour to get there. So I don't know, man. I wasn't cockblocked by Lee Evans, man. I just like I just thought he was funny at the time. It definitely like, thinking back, I know that's a wrong thing to think because now I think it's not funny, but just at the time it was. So for someone who dubs himself the Kitty Whisperer, those are disappointing stories. I don't know what you mean by that, man. To be honest, I'm not like the Kitty Whisperer, and that makes it sound like I'm fucked in the head, to be honest, the way you've said that. Listen, I don't know what it is. The children identify that I'm someone with enough patience I will like play a very repetitive game with them whenever I'm at like a family function or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? And then that in turn makes the adults think that I'm good with kids. Which is, I'm quite happy to have that, to like that feather in my cap, because it can never hurt. It can never hurt for people to think that you're good with kids and stuff like that. Obviously, it's bad when people like want you to like babysit or something like that. But like, I hope that nobody ever asks me that, because I don't want that. But well, I don't know. Depends who it is. Invincibility. You know what? Send me back on settings. Send me back on mouse click. Boxing glove. Consume 1,000 skulls. This game has really got me by the short and curlies, man. There's no doubt about it. And now we can actually like pick up the... We can pick up everything, which is even better. Every 165 buttons will spawn a ritual in a random position. It will level up a random ability. Oh. I can't believe there's still like things to get in this game that we haven't seen before. Oh, that goes away quickly. If you can find camaraderie and fumbling with me, that's fine. I can handle that. I feel like I don't want to do that, actually. Make it bigger, because that means that the rituals have a chance of spawning way further away. But we still landed on them, so it's okay. Get me to, like, level 300, man. And I think that's where I can call it and be like, we beat the game. It's tempting to go on infinitely, though, but we got other games to play today. This game is unbelievable. I can see why the guy made more games. I'm just going to say that right now. He should have made more games. He should make even more games. I hope he's already working on the next game after Keep On Mining. I'm just walking to collect all the coins, all the gems, sorry. Oh my god. That thing spawned out of nowhere, dude. I can't even read the number at the top of the screen. Like, what is the number? I need the commas to tell me, man, because otherwise I'm like, is that we in the millions? Are we in the billions at this point? Like, who knows, man? I've got a story to tell after this game. I unfortunately don't think I should put it in the YouTube video, but it is funny, so like I'll tell you afterwards, but bear in mind, if you're watching this on YouTube, you want to hear the story, I'm afraid you're gonna have to come to the live streams at some point, twitch.tv, where we play all these games, and you're gonna have to find out. You're gonna have to ask me for it. And I may feel just vulnerable enough that I tell you it. It is I think it's like cringe, also like a little bit weird, but I don't know, we'll see. Boom. Oh wait, time stopped. Level 300. We've done it. How many 1600 souls. No, it doesn't give you like a pure mega upgrade, but it is a nice little one, you know? 1000 crit clicks. What's that one? 5000 times, level 90. What kind of stuff have we got to do to get over here, man? Beat all endings. 1, 2, or 3 at level 75. Beat any ending. Defeat 100 titans. Acquiring all legendary abilities. 50 brutes. Talaria. Unlock all mythic abilities. Ooh. Anyway, that was Just Click the Button. Thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to see more indie games you may not have heard of, please consider subscribing to the channel, give the video a like, and most importantly, have a wonderful day. I'll see you all later. See you!